Hey guys, Meredith with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we are checking out the Borla S-Type dual rear exit exhaust system with the black chrome tips fitting all 2019 and newer 3.6 liter Ram 1500s with the factory dual exhaust system. Now, if you're in search of a premium system that's going to add a lot of character to your Ram, this is going to be a great choice to consider. Jumping right into volume, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being stock and 5 being wake the neighbors loud. That's going to put this exhaust right in the middle ground for the Ram owner who wants enough volume to hear it when they get on the throttle and turn some heads at a cold start without being over the top or obnoxious, while also having some mild interior sound and no drone. Now, along with the sound, the look will also be for the Ram owner who wants a more aggressive appeal to the back of their truck with the dual black tip look to match with other dark trim. Now, this will feature Borla's S-Type muffler, being the middle option when it comes to volume out of 3 Borla muffler choices. Now, the resonator and mid-muffler design will be responsible for the sound with a throatier tone, mild volume level, and some minor interior noise. Now, we'll also have no drone technology, so you'll experience very comfortable driving with this system, even though you will be able to hear a little bit of the exhaust in the cab because of the mid-range volume level. Now, you're not going to get any annoying high frequencies, any humming or buzzing. That is going to be completely eliminated with this system. Now, the black tips on the back will also feature the black chrome finish for a more street style appearance and rolled edges and an angled cut to them, which will help when it comes to adding some extra character to the back of your truck. Now, this is going to be made of full T304 stainless steel that's going to be completely rust resistant no matter where you live, keeping the integrity of this system intact over time. The piping will also be very smooth and mandrel bent, which will optimize the flow, and they will be CNC machined for a factory-like fit with high-quality welds and factory style and located hangers for direct tip. Now, the 4-inch tips on the back will also have a 304 stainless build, and the black chrome will not only elevate the look, but also protect the stainless underneath from any damage over time. Now, this is going to be a pricey choice at about $1,600. Now, compared to other options on the page, this will be more of a premium choice across the category, and you're going to get what you pay for when it comes to this system. Not only are you getting a high quality 304 stainless build front to back, but you're getting some aggressive notes without any drone and a premium look with the black chrome tips on the back. Now, I think if you're looking to invest in a high quality system that's going to last quite literally the lifetime of your truck, then this is going to be a great option to consider. Now, install will be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and take about 2 hours or so to get the job done. It's straightforward, but with all of the piping, it is pretty lengthy. Now, if you are installing this yourself or just interested in a detailed breakdown of the install, one of our customers here has put this on their Ram and is going to walk you through the details. So that is going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and jump into the install.
Hello, Jesse here again. I just purchased a Borla Performance catback exhaust system, and I'm going to go over the pieces and parts you need to uninstall and install this Borla exhaust system. So right here in front of me, I've got a socket wrenches here. They're both the same socket wrenches, 3/8 inch. This one here kind of swivels if you got one. It'll help you out a little bit better, get into some sticky situations. And then you just got the straight one here. I have an extension 4-set socket wrench. And then my tips, I have a 15 millimeter, a 16 millimeter, a 13 millimeter, a 10 millimeter, and a 7 millimeter socket. And you see these wrenches here, I got the 15 and a 16 and 13. So these wrenches here are also ratchet wrenches. So I can use either one of them. You don't need both, just whatever works for you as long as it's the right size. Right here I've got my reciprocator saw, and I went ahead and purchased me a metal cutting blade. So once I'm pulling off the stock exhaust, I'm going to have to go ahead and make a cut on one of the pipes, and the Borla exhaust will fit right over top of it and clamp on down. So I also have here a crowbar, so that'll help me pull out from the rubber hangers and brackets to keep the exhaust up against your truck. And then optionally, I have some WD-40 white lithium grease. And what I had already done is I went ahead and I sprayed down all the bolts that I'm going to be removing. So when I get up under there and start showing you how to take these things out and put the new one back in, it's going to be super easy. Alright, so we're climbed up under the truck here. First bolt I'm going to release is this one, and that is going to be allowing me to pull the exhaust tip out and off of the hook that is ratcheted to. Yes, see this ratchet that has the little bendy thing on the neck definitely came in handy for this one. So now I'm gonna take it off with my fingers. Oh, it hit that tough spot where I gotta use the ratchet again. Well, I guess, you know, you don't really actually have to take it off as long as you can slide it on out. Loosen it up a little bit. We loosen that up so we can get to here and remove from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this and pull it all the way off for easier access to take it out. Alright, so I had to switch out. This is a 13, not a 15. Hold it here so it doesn't just fall down on me. Pull this out. So this one, it slides up and then out. Place this down. Grab the whole thing. Give it a little twist. And there we go. And there we have removed our factory tip. Alright, so now we're moving down from the exhaust tip, coming past the muffler here, and we're going to dislocate it here. We got a bracket with the rubber hangy thing here, and above the muffler on that end we have two more brackets with the rubber thing. So I'm gonna take these bolts out. I'm gonna go down here and I'm just gonna take the whole bracket off again, and then this is gonna hang down and I will try and pop it out from here. So let's go. Oh, and I am using my 16 millimeter for this one. Loosen that one. So I'm a real big fan of this one here. My buddy gave it to me for this job, and it's definitely making life a lot easier up under here versus straight one. So definitely I would recommend for sure. But again, I always loosen it as loose as I can get it, and then go ahead and get the rest with my fingers. And that one just didn't want to come out. Maybe it's just, there we go. Too much pressure. So just lift up and give yourself some pressure. Actually, I'm going to take this thing here because this is attached to in case it actually falls. And I just pop it right off the bracket. Alright. I do have the crowbar this time. So maybe man, these rubber things are on there real nice and tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down here and pull these off. Alright, so like I said, I got these two brackets right here, and I'm just simply gonna remove it all the way off with two 13-inch nuts right here. Just make sure we're going the right way. We got my 13-inch on. Tight again. There we go. The right way. The right way. Bam, 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 bam. This works here. Boom. There's my little trick. And I just drop it on the chest. That's fine, I'll just pick it up later. Alright, so then we'll move from here to the one over here. There's two of them. Up there, that's not my tool. I don't know why that was so hard. See if I can just twist it again. Alright, I'm going to put my hands on the muffler. Remember, it's still on the brackets at the back end where we had the last one. I'm just going to remove it from here. I'm just going to rest it here. Come down here. Alright, so took my crowbar, put it up under here. I'm gonna hold the other end with my hand as I pry. And it's gonna come right off. Boom! Got it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this piece here from under the truck. Alright, so the directions say 24 inches from the front of the truck. Gonna cut roughly right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my reciprocator saw and I'm going to prepare so I don't have to remove that, but it may turn out I have to remove it to cut it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and remove it and pull it out to cut it. So I have to change to my 15 millimeter. little secret of just twisting. So it comes right off. Same thing with this one. Done. Pull it off. Carefully. This one is going back on. Yes. And we will be taking it out and cutting it at 24 inches. We got our metal cutting blade, medium thickness, and let's go for it. So it's come to my attention. It is 24 inches from this end, which is the front flange, towards the front of the truck. So, it's going to go 24 inches. Front flange to the front. It's going to be right here. So we will be cutting again. Okay. Here we go. There we have it. 24 inches from the front flange.
You get to sit there and watch me take these rubber joints off, rubber pieces. So what's going to happen is I'm going to try and pry it off of here versus the brackets. Same thing over here. So all I got to do is pop it onto these ones. Let's see how this will work.
Twisting it definitely helps. It was almost easier than the crowbar. Almost. And this piece here, I don't know what this piece is, but it comes off real easy. It's kind of like two thin pieces of metal together. I'm just gonna put it over here. And it sure does line up right nice, so I'm just gonna keep it on. And this one here. Voila! And we're done. So what we're gonna do, minus this piece, I'm gonna take this one. Well, I guess we're gonna get it under the truck before we do that because we didn't pay attention to the way it was facing. This way. It's like this. So we'll run with it. Gotta take it off and flip it. And on it goes.
Now that we've got them off, let's get under the truck again.
So, we're gonna take the piece we got. Back on. I'm gonna hand tighten these screws just to give it some leeway so I can move it around. Because you're gonna want to move it around. You're gonna want to move it around because we have this guy right here who slides on it. This is not a pillow, even though it's very comfortable to put the back of your cranium in it. It's not a pillow. Right here, this slides. It's gonna be a snug fit, right? And like I said, it's gonna be hand tight. And we don't want to do anything with this bracket yet. This bracket's gonna hold it on there nice and tight, but we don't want to do anything with it yet because we want to be able to move it around. Alright. We're gonna have the muffler. Try and be very careful. Alright, so if you remember, I pulled this off of, I did end up putting it back on the right way. So I'm just going to take this bracket here, put it back on the bolts right here. Are now on. Alright, so we put the two main brackets above the muffler on. We're back over here with this bracket here going up here. I'm going to go ahead and force it on. And that was much easier than I had anticipated. So I'm going to go ahead with this one here. I'm going to hook it back on. Just a safety feature that you just don't want to lose, okay? And now that we're here, you see how this doesn't add up? We're going to go this way. Cut our bolts. Again, everything is hand tight until you can line up the entirety of the exhaust. Alright, so back here, I know I've been saying don't tighten everything down until it's straightened out, but this bracket here is going to be tightened. It's going to be extremely tight, like a tiger. I don't know if I can make jokes on here, but I am, because I like making jokes. Again, make sure it's going to be tightening. on here. I love this ratchet. Probably gonna steal it from my buddy. Okay, I don't steal, that's not nice. Alright. Run it. There we go. Alright. Now, that's nice and tight. Nice and tight. Good. Good. Now. So I believe since this is nice and tight here, this shouldn't be moving too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up all the way down here. So I definitely don't have the room to do it on this side. So I'm removing them and screwing them in the other way. Alright, that's one. It's okay, we learned a lesson here. Things are made to go together in a certain way. Alright, so he went and he got me my 16-inch, not 15, it was 16. Sorry, I will not guess anymore. But this is the 16-inch ratchet wrench. Tight. Tight. All right. Good to go. Now we've got this one to do. We'll go ahead and put this one on first. I do have this one, which is not going to work. It goes down there. Right, so now that's hand tight, and I'm gonna go ahead and secure this bracket here. Right. Ow, my head. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this thing up until I can't see a gap. There's a slight gap between the pipes. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm tightened up where that gap closes and seals. Looks like the way that this bracket is made, you can't really tighten it too tight. Last pull. Okay, got it. All right. So, first half of the installation, pretty sturdy, nice and tight. Nothing's coming apart. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the ends and work on getting these tips on. And we're back. Got our small bracket. And we'll get this up here. Okay, alright. Put that up there. We're gonna put it on this one right here. Alright, I'll add again. Look, we're gonna put it up here. We're gonna let it sit off until we can get this snugly put on. Turning. It's going on nice and easy. Yep, there we go. All the way in. Now, before we tighten anything down, we're going to grab a bracket here. Of course not. There we go. Good. Have a bracket here, and remember, it goes up and then slides down, right? Screw. Put this right in here. And tighten this. Again, not tighten it just yet, because we want to be able to move it around. Put it on the exhaust, and then I'm gonna put it up. Should have done that first, but I just couldn't see it in there. Now I see it. Slide this right on. Yeah, and the twisting really helps. So, we're in there, we're up here, we're hooked in. Go ahead and hand tighten. And then tighten it, not loosen it. We need to tighten this thing down. We want it to stay, but I don't want it going nowhere. Right. Make sure stays on. Move on over here. We're gonna get this bracket. Slide it on over. Got my hand going right through these exhausts. Kind of cool. Okay, nice and easy. And these ones fit pretty snugly, so there isn't any gap between it that I'm worried about closing up. But I am going to tighten it pretty tight. I don't want anything vibrating, moving around, loosen up. But I'm pretty sure it's made to not do stuff like that. But you can always be paranoid about it, can't you? I think that's the last one I'm gonna do. Nice and sturdy. I like it. Man, we're gonna move over onto the last pipe. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the other bracket and toss it on top here. Let it come down. We got this pipe that goes around the tire, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it on. I'm doing this without being able to see, so don't judge me. I feel like it's about to go on. Alright, so this piece is bent just a little bit. Alright, so when I said it was bent, I don't know if you can see this right here, but it's just very slightly bent in. So I just got some real nose pliers, and I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to attempt to bend it back out. Not too much of a big deal. Just a little more. And that should do it. So again, go a little blind. Slides right on in. Look at that. So I'm not doing anything with the bracket, okay? But I will move the bracket up here, tighten it down. But now I'm gonna move my camera guy on the other side so you can see me put the last tip on. So I'm gonna move a bit. So I went ahead and I grabbed the bracket they provided, the other one of these and this. So I'm gonna go ahead, because I've seen how it worked last on the other side. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shove this thing right on. And remember, twisting is your friend. Almost there. And we have penetration. Yeah. Yeah. Then we'll go ahead and see how it's going to sit up here. So this is going to go here. I'll go ahead and push this one right through as well. And we are through. Right. Alright, so I went and I got my screw and bolt, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put this bracket on. I'll just keep it in my hand for now. But I'm also I'm gonna let it go because I need to pick this up off the tire. Alright, we're in. We are in the pipe. Up. Something about being stuck. I heard a song like that once. Up and then stuck. There it is. There we go. Right there. Found it. Okay, I'm not going anywhere with this because it was our 13. 13 it is. No big deal, just switching heads all the time. This one here is going to be cranked tight enough. And I think I'm done. Alright, so I'm going to position you and see how it's moving, right? Go ahead and take this off so we're not smaller one up in here. Just a little. I'm going to tighten this one here until it doesn't freely move. So maybe a little tighter. So now I gotta give a little muscle for it to move. The main one that's moving is the bracket over here because we don't have it clamped on. Alright, so again, with this one here, I am going to tighten it tight enough where the bracket doesn't slide around without being forced. Okay, so that one's decently tight. Lining up my muffler the way I want it. Gonna slide back into this one. So at this point, I'm trying to tighten it very slowly while I'm watching my exhaust tip, because I have it where I want it and I don't want it to move. That needs to be higher. it's already at. Bracket's still in the right place. Touchy feely. And that's all the tighter I think I can get it from this angle. So I'm gonna go ahead and move back to this one and finish tightening this one off. Because these ones most definitely determine where your exhaust tip is, I want to make sure they're pretty tight so that they're not going to move around when I'm out on the highway or I hit some nasty streets. I think that one's good to go. I'll try this one more time from a different angle. All right.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of the Borla S-Type rear exit dual exhaust system with the black chrome tips fitting all 2019 and newer 3.6 liter Ram 1500s with the factory dual exhaust system, and you can find this right here at AmericanTrucks.com.